Okay, so we know that we're excited for Rafael Nadal and Tsitsipas, but this match between Medvedev and Rublev, I think it's a sleeper. Not many people are talking about it, and it could be an epic battle, especially the more I research this, okay? I know they're both from Russia, but it looks like they're both from Moscow, Russia. And they grew up together. Medvedev was a little older, but guess who was the big star? I just watched an interview with Rublev, and Rublev was the guy. He was the man. He was number one in ITFs. And Daniil Medvedev is a late bloomer. He was not as near as highly ranked as Rublev. They asked him a question like, what were you thinking about? What was it like playing Daniil Medvedev and you guys growing up together? And he basically was like, and it wasn't disrespectful. He's basically, I wasn't really checking for the guy. Like, I was number one in the world, and he wasn't anywhere near me as far as the pedigree that I had. So, but he said, since Medvedev has, come on the tour and gotten better and better, now he's learning more and more about his game. And obviously now they're two of the best players in the world playing for their country tonight. So this could be a huge battle. Very interesting, again, stylistically, in that Rublev hits winners from everywhere. It's weird. Like, he's a little dude. He looks real thin and frail, but the racket head speed he creates, the power he creates, he crushes the ball. Go watch his highlights in his last match. Like, he just smacks forehand winners, backhand winners. Great mover. Pretty live arm on the serve, bit bigger serve than you think for a guy his size. So he's the one possibly dictating, and that's usually what the way Medvedev likes to play anyway. He likes to counterpunch. So, it's going to be that classic. We all like to see that. It's going to be that classic power game versus just this kind of snake-like, slithery tennis that Medvedev's getting so good at. He kind of reminds me, I don't know how many of you guys also love to just watch everything tennis on YouTube, but there's a new channel called Tennis Troll, and one of the heroes of the Tennis Troll channel is this guy called Mep, Most Exhausting Player. And Medvedev kind of reminds me of that. Obviously a lot better than Mep, but what they have in common is, like, the first time you see Mep play or Medvedev play, you're kind of like, ooh, what's that? Like, that doesn't look very pretty. And then all of a sudden you see him play again. You're like, he's pretty good, actually. And then the more you watch him, you're like, I really like this guy. I think I love this guy. And that's kind of the way that Medvedev is growing on me. His game is really growing on me. His strokes are unorthodox. He gets it done a different way, but it's a beautiful way. It's very interesting to watch. You're not going to see anybody on tour that plays anything like Medvedev, but at the same time, what he's very effective at is the same thing that Nadal and Djokovic are effective. I think the biggest quality that Medvedev has when he's on his game is that you look across the net when you're playing and you're like, how do I win a point? Like, where is the opening? Where is the point coming from? I've got to, like, hit 5 or 6 winners to win against this guy. And so that's what Rublev's going to have to do today if he wants to be the guy from the countryman that goes and gets into the semifinals for the rights to probably play. He's going to either be facing Rafael Nadal or Tsitsipas. If I had to bet, I bet they're playing to try and get a shot at Rafa Nadal. So it's a big match for these two guys playing for their country. Let's take a look at the head-to-head matchups. Come on in. Let me know. This is a live stream, so let me know. Comment, and let me know who you think is going to win this match. Right now, the rankings are Medvedev is number 4 in the world. I think he's very, very close to winning a major. And Rublev, who is playing really awesome, 8 in the world. Okay, and it seems like he never really gets much love in the press. Not a lot of people talk about him. He's a very quiet number 8. He's a very quiet quarterfinalist. Like, he has been smoking everybody. He's been playing very, very good tennis. And let's see, Medvedev is 24 years old. Rublev is 23 years old. All right, so they're like prime age to really make a statement and pick up some hardware. Now, so far on the pro circuit, they actually didn't, even though they grew up together in juniors. Like I was telling you earlier, Rublev was the man. He was #1 ITS. I didn't know that. So they didn't play much in juniors. They played 3 times on the tour. They played 2020, U.S. Open, and 3 pretty close sets. Well, 2 close sets, 7-6, and the first set tiebreaker was 8-6. So that's pretty close. 6-3, and then 7-6 again. The tiebreaker score was 7-5. Medvedev won. They also played in St. Petersburg, Russia, and Medvedev beat him there, 6-4, 7-5. They played in Cincinnati, 2019, 6-2, 6-3 Medvedev. So Rublev, he'd love to get on the board. He would love to get on the board here. I see right now I have butchered the spelling of Medvedev's name, so that stinks. So I apologize about that. I'll have to fix that after this live stream is over. But anyway, should be a very interesting match, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Who is going to win this match? I think that a lot of people who are big tennis fans kind of want to see Medvedev win because that matchup, Medvedev versus Nadal, would be mouthwatering. 2 players that are warriors, very, very hard to find points on the court. I think that could be a really good match. Very interesting. One thing is, I've been going live. People have been all over Nadal, Tsitsipas. Lots of interest in that. Serena, people are interested in Serena. We're not seeing a lot of people show up live for this live stream. I don't know if it's the time or people just not interested in this match. Or it could be me butchering the spelling of the names, which I will correct when I get off. But, if I had to pick, I'm going to pick that Medvedev is going to be able to take the onslaught of Rublev. Like, Rublev is going to be going for a big first shot, big first serve, big first shot. And I think that even though the court is faster, Medvedev is just a master. Plus, he stands way, way back. That's one thing we haven't really seen anybody really take advantage of. You think people will be able to take advantage of it a lot easier. Like, I can't imagine Sampras not taking advantage of Medvedev standing back by basically the fence and returning and starting his first couple of shots back there. I think like a player like Sampras would have been all over that and served out wide and come to the net and put volleys away. But in today's game, not a lot of people are exploiting that. Can Rublev exploit that? Can he take advantage and get him off the court and hit a winner? If he can't do that, what you're going to start seeing is Medvedev, the way he likes to do it is get those first couple of balls back, slither and slide his way into the point, and then all of a sudden he's got you running in one shot. He can finish points. He can frustrate you. You come in against him, he's got all kinds of different things he does to you. Little dinkers at your feet, passing shots, lobs over your head. He's very, very crafty, very interesting to watch. So I think that ultimately just the consistency and the mental toughness of Medvedev, and he seems like he's getting closer and closer to winning a Grand Slam. I picture Medvedev winning this match. I don't see him losing. I see him going forward and playing Rafa Nadal in the semifinals. I think that could be a classic. I think that if either Tsitsipas or Medvedev or Rublev, who do I think is most likely to have an upset victory and beat Nadal? I'm going to say that it's Medvedev. I think Medvedev has the best chance to come out of there and beat Rafa. But if I had to pick, I'm going Rafa, guys. I'm going Rafa, Joker, classic battle final. Who knows who's going to win? They both came into the tournament banged up. Nadal's looking better and better every match. Djokovic looked great today against Zverev. I don't think the injury is a big deal. So yeah. So comment when you watch this. Subscribe to the channel if you love tennis. And I'm picking Medvedev to get to the semifinals against Rafa Nadal. Comment below. Be cool. See, what you can do right now is you can comment. You can put it on record And if you're right, if you pick the winners of the men's and the women's, you could put it right in writing, and you can come back to this in like 5 days, and you can show your friends, hey, look, I picked the winner. And if you're wrong, then you just don't show them this post. So write it down. Let me know who's going to win. Like this video, and we'll see you guys with another match update.